Hello and welcome. My name is Karen Williams and I have created a four-part series Beyond PowerPoint Essentials Ultimate Customization. This is part one, creating custom themes and custom slide layouts. Series 2, I will share with you how to animate your charts. Series 3, creating some custom slide views and working with rehearse timing. Series 4, I will share with you how to use the screenshot tool as well as a photo album. So if you like this video, I hope you come back for the rest of the series. Now, what I would like to do is go ahead and get started with sharing with you how to create a custom theme. What I'm going to also start off with is just a blank template here. And by default, whenever you open up PowerPoint, you will see that the first slide is your title slide. But let's draw your attention down to the bottom left corner. Notice the theme name called Office Theme. This is the default. Well, what is a theme? It's actually the background layer. In the event you want to add an image to correspond to your content, you can add background images. If you decide that you are going to add let's just say a company logo to every one of your slides, if you take an individual image and copy and paste it on multiple slides, that image may not be in the exact same location on every slide, and by adding multiple images, that's also going to increase your file size. So in the event you need to add multiple images, the same image on multiple pages, consider adding that into your master section. To where can you find the themes? On the ribbon you have your design tab, and you will see that there are several themes that are already built into PowerPoint. And as I rest my mouse pointer over these themes, my background will change. In the event these themes do not meet your needs, again, you're trying to find a theme that corresponds to your content. When I click the More button, I do have the scroll bar and I can scroll and see some additional themes, but as I'm looking, again, these themes just do not meet my needs for this project. But you'll notice the built-in themes, there's quite a few of them, and because this is my personal computer, there is a group called Custom. So in the event you are working on a project relating to medical, this is a doctor in the background. Maybe you are going to a beach event and you want to create a presentation with seashells. Here I found some themes that would match my content. Well, in this case, I'm not finding what I need here. So I've already collected some pictures with various backgrounds that I'm going to use. You want to create your own theme. That is done in Master View. So I'm going to take you over to the View tab. With the View tab, there is a group called Master Views. There are four different types of masters. You have the Slide Master, Handout Master, and your Notes Master. But the fourth master is called your Title Master, and it is actually nested behind this Slide Master button. So let me go ahead and click. And as I click, this is taking you into Slide Master View. Notice there's a tab of its own, and you have various groups. The Edit group, the Edit Theme group, your Background group, which we will work with this group quite a bit, and in Slide Master you also have your own Close command. Over to the left, these are called thumbnails. The very first slide, all the way at the top of your list, as I rest my mouse pointer, this one is called Office Theme Slide Master. This affects all slides with the background except your Title Master. Typically, in a PowerPoint presentation, you will see that the first slide is formatted different than the rest of the slides. So that's a personal preference when it comes to customizing. As I rest my mouse pointer on the slide below the title slide, notice it says title and content. Each one of your slides contain different placeholders, and we will modify those placeholders in just a moment. As I take my scroll bar and scroll down, notice that there are various additional slides that you can work with. And each one of these slides, in some fashion, at some point, you are going to go in and customize your theme. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start with the first slide that's already selected, and you will see somewhat of a gold border around it. This is my title master. I've already collected some images, so I'm going to modify the background. Click on background style. Here's some of the different defaults. If I go into format background, this takes me one step further, and I can determine what type of feel I want to add to my slide. A solid feel, gradient. I've collected some pictures, so let me go ahead and choose the picture option. And from picture option, I'm going to choose file. I like this chalkboard that I've collected, so as I double click on the chalkboard, I have a few additional features that I can modify when I start creating my theme for my title master. There's a group called offset, and as I tap this up arrow key, you will see that the background of the slide is offset to the left 3%, 4%, and I'm actually just going to keep it 5%. With your background, if you choose to lighten it up a little bit, you do have the option to adjust the transparency. And for this example, I'm just going to adjust the transparency by 5%. But notice, what I am not doing is I am not going to choose the option where it says apply to all. What I would like to do is just click the close button, and it's automatically going to apply this background to the title slide, and that's just what I want. As you look at the slide, I have this white edge to the left. I'm going to go up to the Insert tab, and I'm sure there's some of you who have used this shape tools before, and how the tool works is I just simply click on the tool that I would like, which is the rectangle. And notice my mouse pointer is a crosshair T or a plus sign. Here is where I'm going to fill in that white section over to the left where I set the offset. And the focus that I'm going to keep for this presentation is I'm creating a presentation on back to school. With that object being selected on the Format tab, I would like to take a look at filling the shape. Since I'm working with back to school, I'm going to use a bright yellow, because I'm also on my cover page going to insert yet another image. The next image is in that same folder. It's a picture, and the picture that I'm looking for is the school bus. As I double click to insert that school bus, notice that there's a couple edits that need to be adjusted here. One, the white background. I would like that background to become transparent so that I can see the chalkboard. And my school bus is actually traveling east, and I would really like for it to travel west. So this is going to be a simple fix. First, when I rotate my object or flip it horizontally, you'll notice a placement of my mouse pointer. I am on that center resizing handle, and as my mouse pointer changes to a double horizontal arrow, with my left mouse I'm simply clicking, holding, and dragging, and I'm adjusting the bus so it's traveling west. The section for working with transparent, my image is already selected. As I move up to the Format tab, there is a group called Adjust, and just above the Adjust command, I'm going to choose Color. All the way down at the bottom left, here is the tool that I'm looking for. It is called Set Transparent Color. And as I click, my mouse pointer has changed to the Transparency button, and then here is where I click on the color or the area that I would like to be transparent, which is the white background. Take a look. Now I'm going to reposition the bus to the bottom right corner, and then I'm going to give it just a little adjustment here with the rotation so that the tires are on the bottom edge of the chalkboard. For my title slide, I'm finished. That's all I want to do. But as I mentioned, as I scroll down and look at the various thumbnails, there's several of them, and I do not want to format them one by one. So this is where this very first slide, all the way at the top, comes into play. The Office Theme Slide Master. If I make a change to this slide, it will affect all of the remaining slides below the Title Master. So I have the slide selected, and I'm basically going to go through the same steps as I did with the Title Master. When I click on Background Style, I'm moving to the Format Background area. I'm filling it with a picture from a file. The next background that I would like to apply is this one right here. It's the Books JPEG. As I double click, I'm leaving the various offset functions that are already set, but here I do want to adjust the transparency so that this transparency is selected 50%. As I click on OK, take a look. Now as I scroll down through all the slides, all the rest of them have a different background. One additional modification here is I want to now add a company logo to all of the slides in this thumbnail area. Once again, I'm going back to Insert, following the same steps as I did with the school bus. Click on Picture. From Picture, I'm looking for the school logo. Back to School is my focus for this presentation. Here it is. There's the school bus, and notice I have that same white background, but easy enough. With my image being selected, I'm looking to the left, my Adjust group, the Color button, and at the bottom left, here is the Set Transparent Color. Click on the white background, and now it is also transparent. So let me resize this image. As I resize the image, I'm now happy with the results that I see. So you actually just created a theme in PowerPoint. Now that I'm finished, I'm going to close the Slide Master. From here, I like what I see, but wait a minute. Where's the second slide with the books background? If you've worked with PowerPoint enough, you will know, again, by default, the first slide is your title slide. If you need to add any additional slides, that will be from the Slides group, the New Slide button. And take a look. Here it is. So if I add a new slide, now I have the placeholder. I have a couple different placeholders. I have the book background. From that same drop-down New Slide, notice that there are a total of 9 different layouts that you can use, and that's where we're headed here in just a moment. But we have a title and content, you have a to content, so if you need images in various places, or image and chart, table and chart, you have a variety of objects that you can add to your slides. Let me take just a moment to go back to the title slide, and I'm just going to type in a title, Back to School. And with Back to School, I'm also going to put the year 2014 through 2015. I'm looking at my first slide, the title slide. It's very difficult to read that gray font on top of this green chalkboard. This can be adjusted in Slide Master. And then on the next slide, I'm just simply going to type in Welcome Back. Let's go ahead and go back to the View Master. And when I go to the View tab, Slide Master, here is where we can go in and make a couple little adjustments to the different types of slide layouts. As I scroll down, I'm noticing a specific slide layout that I would like to modify. Here I have a slide layout that I just selected. It's called the to content layout. And as I'm working on quite a few of my presentations, I realize that I'm constantly adding a third placeholder to some of the slides. So this is where you can go ahead and customize your template or your themes area and go ahead and build that right here. Because I like the to column, I'm going to right click on it and duplicate this layout. And as I duplicate the layout, just below it now there is a copy. The one up above says to content layout, and then the one below has a number 1_2. So this is my copy. What I would like to do is rename it. As I right click, here is the option to rename that layout. I'm just going to rename this one 3 content. When I click on the rename button, it's going to keep and rename it for me. So you'll notice you have 2 placeholders below the title. The first one I just selected, I'm actually going to delete. The second one, as I click on just the edge of the placeholder, it selects it. And in PowerPoint, what you can do is, first of all, I'm determining the size of the new placeholder. Then I need 2 more of the placeholders the exact same size. So in PowerPoint, some of you may be familiar with the Control D function. Control D will duplicate. And I just tap the Control D key twice, and at this point I'm just tapping my right arrow key to reposition that placeholder. So as my mouse pointer is on the edge of the placeholder, I'm clicking and making sure that the height is adjusted, and then I'm just simply tapping my left arrow key to reposition. Then I decided that I want to select all 3 of them. Here is where I'm clicking on the edge of the first placeholder, holding my shift key down, clicking on the middle one and the one to the right, and tapping my up arrow key to reposition. With all 3 of them being selected, I can also resize them just a little bit more if I'm not happy with the size. But don't worry about that additional text falling off of the placeholder. It's not going to affect it when you start typing in your content. So I'm happy with this one. As I scroll down and look at some of the additional themes, here's a comparison layout. Then I have a blank layout. I use charts quite a bit in my PowerPoint presentation, so I would like to build a layout with just the chart object alone. In order to do so, I can click on any one of these thumbnails over to the left and take a look. On your ribbon, the Slide Master tab, I have my Edit Master. I would like to insert a new layout. Now when you click on Insert New Layout, it inserts a new slide with a title, the date, the footer, but next, what type of placeholder would you like to add to your layout? And as I click on placeholder, here are various different types of objects that you can add. And here's the chart. As I click, hold, and drag, I'm determining where I want to place the chart and how large do I want the object. You will notice over to the left the thumbnail is being created. Here it's called Custom Layout. As I right click, this gives me the option to rename that custom layout that I just created. I'm highlighting the content and just calling it chart. So this would be the one that I am creating, and here it is. You just added some additional slide layouts to your PowerPoint. And let's take a look at what we just created. From the slide group, I have the new slide, and a moment ago I had you look to identify that there were 9 different slide layouts within this drop down. Now we have 11. That is because we added the 3 content as well as adding the chart slide layout. Now let me go ahead and test the 3 content. As I click on the 3 content, take a look. Here I'm just going to type in this year's teachers, and in the first placeholder we have Mr. Miller. And Mr. Miller is actually teaching English this year. English is his topic, as well as math and history. The second placeholder, we have Miss Taylor, and Miss Taylor is actually teaching the art. We have math as well for Miss Taylor, and science. Then the third placeholder, this is for Mr. Parks, and Mr. Parks is also teaching science, English, and math. So we have a lot of math teachers this year. So the placeholders work, and I'm happy with the change, but how do I save my theme that I just created? From the Design tab, and even if you go out to the internet and you see a theme that you like, when this theme is open in PowerPoint, once again you would go to the Design tab. To the far right of your themes group, you have the drop down More button, and at the bottom left corner there is an option that says Save Current Theme. As you click on Save Current Theme, I will give this theme a name, and I'm going to label it Back to School. Notice the location of where this theme is being stored. In the Microsoft Templates Document Themes area, allow it to be saved in this location for easy access. And as I click on Save, I'm going to start off with a new blank PowerPoint presentation, and that is Control N. As I go up to Theme, I can see my theme has now been added to the Themes group. In the event the theme is not listed right here, you don't see it, simple enough, just go ahead and click this drop down More button, and now take a look at the Custom section. In the Custom section, there is my theme that I just created called Back to School. So I hope that this video will help you when you need to create your own custom themes. Again, this is part 1 of a 4-part series. In the event you like this video, please come back and view more. Thanks.